Hello everyone, today I am going to show how to perform static routing. So for that, first I am going to configure the network, choose the routers and few switches, then PCs, okay. Now I am going to make the connections between the switch and the PC. So for that I am going to use the copper straight through cable. Click on the switch, fast Ethernet, and here also it is fast Ethernet. Click on next the switch and PC1, switch 1, PC2, switch 1 and PC3. So now I am going to connect the switches and the routers. So for that I am going to use the copper straight through cable. Router 0 is connected with switch 0 and router 1 is getting connected with switch 1. So now there is connection between PC, switches and the routers. In order to make a communication between the router and the routers, I am going to use the serial ports. Serial ports are used for point-to-point connections. Generally, serial ports are used to connect routers together, and the gigabit and fast Ethernet ports on the router are used to connect with the switch. So I am going to choose a serial connection. So for that I need the serial ports. So just keep the mouse on the router. You cannot find the serial port. So we need to add the serial port. So for that, click the router. In the physical tab, I am maximizing the screen for better visibility. Can you find the switch over here? With green in color, just switch it off. Then from the modules, choose SWIC2T. So here it allows the serial ports. So you can find the serial ports here. Drag it and place in this area. Now switch on the connection and then close the window. Likewise, in router 1 also, I'm maximizing the window, switch off. In the modules, choose SWIC2T, click on it. The serial ports are provided, drag it and drop. Now switch on and close the window. So for router 1 also the serial ports are available. Now I am going to choose a connection. So I am using serial DTE. Click on the router, choose one serial port, and on another router and choose another one serial port. So now all the connections are done. Now I have to assign the IP address. So totally we have 3 networks. This is one network, this is another one network, and this is the third network. So I have to give 3 network addresses. So I am going to leave a small note so that it will be clear for you. So for this network, the network address will be 192.168.10.0. The network address will always end with 0. And for this network, the network address will be 192.168.20.0. And for this network, it is going to be 192.168.30.0. So now we have got 3 network addresses. Now we can assign the IP address for the PC. So click on the PC. Okay, go to the desktop, IP configuration, and what is the network address of this PC? It is 192.168.10.0. So I am going to assign this PC with 10.2, since 10.1 I will be assigning it for the router. So it is 192.168.10.2, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0, which is class C subnet mask. Close this. For PC1, the IP address will be 192.168.10. This is 3. Subnet mask is there. Close it. Now for the next network, assign the IP address. The next network address is 192.160.20.0. So For this PC it will be 192.168.20.2 and subnet mask is available. After assigning the IP address of the for the PCs, we have to make the router links up. So for that, click on router 0, go to the CLI commands and type here no. Since we are not going to do with any initial configuration, enter and type enable. Go to config mode, config terminal. Okay, now we have to go to the specific interface. So I have to find the name of this interface. It is jig 0/0. Can you see here? It is jig 0/0. Come back to the CLI, okay, and type interface space jig 0/0. Jig is nothing but gigabit Ethernet. Okay, enter. So now you have entered the particular interface. Now we have to assign one IP address for the interface. Before that we have to make the link up. So for that the command is no shutdown. Okay, can you see the links are up now? Earlier it was red in color, now it is green and orange. So it is getting ready. Enter. And now I am going to assign the IP address. The command is IP address. Okay, the network address here is 192.168.10.0. So I have dedicated the second IP address for the router. So it will be 192.168.10.1 space its subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Okay, so now we have assigned the IP address for this link. Okay, now I am coming to the router 1. I am going to make this link up. So click on the router, click the CLI and give no here, and then type enable. Go to config T, enter, and then I have to go to the specific interface. So keep the mouse on the link. You can find the interface here as jig 0/0. Come back to CLI and type interface jig 0/0. Now we have to make the link up. No shutdown. Enter. See, the link is up. Now I am going to assign the IP address. So what is the network address? 192.168.20.0. So I am going to assign the IP address here as IP space address 192.168.20.1 followed by the subnet mask. Enter. So now the IP address is assigned. So when you keep the mouse on the router, you can find gigabit Ethernet port is assigned with the IP address 192.168.20.0 with the subnet mask. Now we have to make this link also up. So for that you should know the name of this interface. Okay, so it is SE 0/3/0 for this router. So click on the router. We have to switch from the previous interface. Previously we are in the interface jig 0/0, right? So now exit out of the interface, okay, and go to the new interface. It is interface serial 0/3/0. Enter. Okay, and now give the command no shutdown. Enter. Okay, so we have to check if there is any change. Now assign the IP address for that interface. It is IP address. And what is the network address? Network address is 192.168.30.0. So I am going to assign the next IP address for it. 192.168.30.0 followed by the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Enter. Sorry, I have given the wrong IP address. The IP address should be IP space address 192.168.30.1. I have given the in the previous command I have given .0. It is network address. Okay, so I am giving .1. Enter. Sorry, again it's a mistake in the address I have made a mistake, so ADD. Okay, ADD and enter. Now the IP address is assigned for this port. Now we have to assign the IP address for the other port. It is SE0/3/1. So close this and come to this router. Okay, and then exit out of the previous interface. Previously we are in JIG 0/0. Okay, so exit out and go to the interface SE0/3/1. So now we are into the interface. Give the command no shutdown. See, the link is up now. If you make both the ports up, interface up, then only the link will be up. Okay, so now the links are up. Enter, and now give the IP address. It will be IP address network address is 192.168.30.0. This one is given as 30.1. So the other side should be 30.2. 192.168.30.2. And the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Enter. So the IP address are assigned. Now what we have to do is, you have to assign the default gateway for the PCs. Okay, so what is the default gateway of this PC? It is this IP address, this interface IP address. So it is 192.168.10.1. So click this and give the gateway as 192.168.10.1. Close. For this also it is going to remain the same. It will be 192.168.10.1. Close it. And for this PC, the gateway will be this interface IP address. So it will be 192.168.10.1. Close it. Sorry, I have done a mistake. It should be 20. 20.1. Close it. Now come to this PC, and this interface will be, gateway will be 192.168.20.1. Close it. Now we have assigned the default gateway also. Now we should make some communication possible. So let me check from where to where the packets are getting transmitted. Okay, so first I'm going to choose a PDU, simple PDU. I'm going to place it on PC0 and PC1. It is successful. So a communication is there between PC0 and PC1. Now we can check whether there is a communication between PC0 and this router. So choose a PDU and click it on PC0 and router 0. It is successful. Is there a communication between PC0 to PC2? That we have to check. Place one packet here and this, it is failed. So to make communication happen beyond this router, we have to give the command IP route. Okay, so click on this router. Okay, so the purpose of IP, so I'll type here the IP route command and then explain. So IP route space, it is, that is for this network. Okay, to understand about this network. Okay, or for this network to send a packet to this network, this router should have the routing table which is updated with details about this network. Okay, so for this network, to get knowledge about this network, the routing table should be updated. So the command is IP route. So for this network to reach this network, it is 192.168.20.0. It is the network address of the other side, followed by the subnet mask 255.255.255.0, followed by the next hop. So what will be the next hop? This interface. Okay, so this interface address is 192.168.30.2. Are you clear? Once again I'll tell you, in order to make communication between two different networks that are connected with two different routers, we have to use the IP route command. Okay, the format of IP root command is IP space root, the network where you want to send the packet, okay, where you want to send the packet, followed by its subnet mask, and the next hop it has to travel, that is this is the next hop. Similarly, for this network, to get connected with this network, we have to give the IP root command as 192.168.10.0 followed by the subnet mask, and then the next hop will be this one. So let us type it in the CLI command. Click on the router, go to the CLI command. Okay, we can exit out of the interface and come to the config mode and type IP root 192.168.20.0 255.255.255.0 space 192.168.30.2. This is the next hop address. Next, enter. So now we have given the IP root command. So now the routing table, there should be some entry. Okay. So now I am going to the router 1. Click on the CLI commands and give the exit out of the interface and type IP root. So this network should be should send packets to this network. So the command is IP root 192.168.10.0 space its subnet mask followed by the next hop address will be this one. It is 192.168.30.1. Enter. So now we have assigned the IP root. Now we can check whether we are able to communicate from PC0 to PC2. Choose the simple PDO, place the packets. It is failed now. It may take some time. Now it is successful. So now once again we'll check whether PC3 is able to communicate with PC1. Initially there is a failure. When you do it for the next time, it is successful. Okay. Hope you have understood this concept. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.